What if I told you there are entire countries where the air feels fresher, the streets shine spotless, and the rivers look so clean you can actually drink from them? Yes, while much of the world struggles with pollution, waste, and toxic smog, some nations have set a global standard for cleanliness. And today, we're counting down the top 10 cleanest countries in the world. Stay with me until the end, because the country at number 3 will absolutely shock you. Most people never expect it to be that clean. Let's get started. Number 10. Austria. Austria is more than just classical music. Alpine peaks and charming villages. It's a country that takes cleanliness very seriously. Vienna, the capital, is often ranked as one of the most livable cities in the world, and for good reason. The streets are meticulously maintained, the public transportation is spotless, and recycling bins are everywhere. Austrians separate waste into categories so carefully that the country manages to recycle over 60% of its waste, one of the highest rates in Europe. But what really stands out is the air quality. Surrounded by the Alps, Austria invests heavily in renewable energy and green policies. So the air you breathe in cities like Salzburg or Innsbruck is among the cleanest in Europe. And here's a fun detail. Austrian tap water comes straight from protected mountain springs. It's so pure that locals brag it tastes better than bottled water. But Austria is only number 10. Wait until you see which countries made it to the very top. Number 9. Finland. When you think of Finland, you probably imagine endless forests, frozen lakes, and the magical northern lights. But Finland is also one of the cleanest countries on Earth. Why? Because 75% of Finland's land area is covered in forest, making it the most heavily forested country in Europe. This means cleaner air, cleaner water, and a healthier environment. The Finnish government has some of the strictest environmental policies in the world. They push hard for renewable energy, clean technology, and sustainable city planning. Helsinki, the capital, is moving rapidly towards becoming carbon neutral, and here's the best part: Finland's lakes. With over 180,000 lakes, Finland is called the land of 1,000 lakes. Many of them are so clean and clear, locals swim in them and even drink directly from some streams. But Finland isn't the only Nordic country on this list. In fact, its neighbors may surprise you. Number 8. Sweden. Sweden is famous for IKEA, Volvo, and ABBA, but also for being one of the cleanest nations worldwide. Sweden takes recycling to another level. In fact, they recycle so effectively that the country actually imports garbage from other countries just to keep their waste-to-energy plants running. Imagine being so clean that you run out of trash. Cities like Stockholm and Gothenburg are filled with electric buses, bike lanes, and green parks. And almost half of Sweden's energy comes from renewable sources like hydro, wind, and solar. But what makes Sweden especially impressive is its clean lifestyle. Swedes are deeply connected to nature. Hiking, fishing, and outdoor life are part of everyday culture, and they protect the environment like it's part of their family. Still, Sweden isn't even in the top 5. The countries ahead are on another level entirely. Number 7, Norway. Now let's head west to Sweden's neighbor, Norway. Norway may be known for its oil wealth, but don't be fooled. The country has invested heavily in green technology, clean cities, and renewable energy. In fact, almost 100% of Norway's electricity comes from hydropower. Oslo, the capital, has won awards for being one of the greenest cities in the world. The streets are lined with electric cars, buses run on biofuel, and the air is incredibly fresh compared to other European capitals. But the real treasure of Norway's cleanliness lies in its natural wonders. Fjords so clear and pristine they look like mirrors, mountains untouched by pollution, and villages where you can drink water directly from streams. Norway is proof that even a country once dependent on oil can lead the world in sustainability, but wait until you see which small European country made it much higher than Norway. That one will surprise you. Number 6. Switzerland. Famous for luxury watches, Swiss chocolate, and breathtaking mountains. But Switzerland is also one of the cleanest nations on Earth. Everywhere you go, from Zurich to Geneva, the streets look spotless. The Swiss are obsessed with cleanliness, and it shows. Trash bins are perfectly placed. Recycling is a national obsession, and public transportation is so clean you could almost eat off the train floors. And let's not forget the natural beauty. The Swiss Alps are home to some of the purest air and cleanest water in Europe. Streams run crystal clear. And the lakes, like Lake Geneva and Lake Lucerne, sparkle like blue gems. But here's something fascinating. Switzerland has some of the strictest environmental laws in the world. Littering is not only frowned upon, but you can also get fined heavily for it. And yet, Switzerland is still not in the top 5. Which countries beat it? Let's keep climbing. Number 5, Japan. Yes, Japan. The land of sushi, samurai history, and neon-lit cities is also one of the cleanest countries in the world. Tokyo, despite being one of the largest cities on Earth, is shockingly clean. Tourists often wonder, how can a megacity of 37 million people stay this spotless? The answer lies in culture. In Japan, cleanliness is a way of life. Schools teach children from an early age to clean their classrooms. There are no janitors. The kids themselves sweep, mop, and keep everything tidy. That habit continues into adulthood. Even in crowded train stations, you'll rarely see trash. People carry their garbage with them until they find the right bin. And recycling rules? They're so strict that locals sometimes study guidebooks just to separate waste correctly. But Japan's cleanliness isn't just cultural. Its rivers, countryside, and even city air are maintained with strict environmental laws. Add to that Japan's innovation in green technology, and you have a country that balances modernity with purity. But trust me, the top 3 countries are going to be on another level entirely. Number 4, Iceland. Welcome to Iceland, the land of fire and ice, and one of the cleanest countries on the planet. Iceland has a population of only about 400,000 people, but its environmental achievements are massive. The country runs almost entirely on renewable energy, mainly geothermal and hydropower. That means clean air, clean water, and minimal pollution. Walking through Reykjavik, the capital, you'll notice how fresh the air feels, how clear the water tastes, and how spotless the streets look. Even the tap water is some of the purest in the world, straight from glaciers and underground springs. And then there's Iceland's untouched nature, black sand beaches, waterfalls that roar with power, and landscapes so pure they look like another planet. But wait until you see number 3. This one will shock you. Number 3, Singapore. Yes, you heard that right. Singapore, a tiny island nation in Southeast Asia, ranks as one of the cleanest countries in the world. This might surprise you because Singapore is one of the most densely populated countries on Earth, yet it's spotless. How do they do it? Strict laws and disciplined citizens. Littering, chewing gum, or spitting in public? Illegal. If you're caught, you pay huge fines. These rules may sound harsh, but they've turned Singapore into a model of cleanliness. The streets are spotless. The air is relatively clean despite the dense population, and even the waterways are carefully managed. The Singapore River, once polluted, has been transformed into a clean, vibrant area. And here's the most shocking part. Singapore's urban planning ensures that greenery is everywhere. The city isn't just clean. It's called a city in a garden, filled with parks, vertical gardens, and tree-lined boulevards. Not bad for a country smaller than most world capitals, but if Singapore is only number 3, wait until you see the final 2. Number 2, New Zealand. New Zealand is often described as paradise on Earth, and for good reason. This island nation is home to some of the cleanest air and water anywhere in the world. Rolling green hills, snow-capped mountains, and crystal-clear lakes make it a dream destination for nature lovers. But what makes New Zealand stand out is its commitment to keeping that natural beauty intact. Strict environmental regulations protect the land, the forests, and the wildlife. Cities like Wellington and Auckland are clean, organized, and eco-friendly. New Zealanders, or Kiwis, take pride in their country's environment. Recycling is second nature, and protecting nature is part of their national identity. And here's something fascinating. New Zealand was one of the first countries to declare a river, the Wanganui River, a legal person. That means the river has rights, just like a human. But all of this brings us to the ultimate question. If New Zealand is number 2, which country could possibly be number 1? Number 1, Denmark, and finally, At number 1, Denmark. This small Scandinavian country is not only famous for its happiness rankings, but also for being the cleanest country in the world. Copenhagen, the capital, is one of the greenest cities globally. More than half of its residents use bicycles instead of cars, which keeps pollution extremely low. The city plans to become carbon neutral by 2025, something no other capital is close to achieving. Denmark's recycling system is world-class. Its energy comes largely from wind power, and its water and air are some of the purest on the planet. But what truly makes Denmark number 1 is its culture of trust and responsibility. Danes see cleanliness and sustainability as part of their duty to future generations. From city streets to countryside villages, you'll find everything well-kept, eco-friendly, and incredibly pure. So, it's no surprise Denmark takes the crown as the cleanest country in the world. And there you have it, the top 10 cleanest countries on Earth. From Austria's spring water to Denmark's carbon-neutral cities, these nations prove that with the right policies, culture, and commitment, living clean isn't just possible, it's the future. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these countries would you love to visit first? And do you think your country should be on this list? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to Top Insights for more travel discoveries from around the world. Because the next video might just inspire your next adventure.